Hey guys, what's up? Majestic Gaming here, and today we are going to be ranking the Halo 5 missions. It's a little bit late. The game came out like 8 months
Eight
ago.
months ago. Yeah, just a little bit, but better late than never, right?
Yeah.
This has been written out since November, but no, we forgot. And since we have all these other ranking and top 10 lists coming out, we thought it would be a good time to give you guys our rankings for all 15. And since we recently played some of them for Score Attack, it all worked out.
Yeah, and starting off we had to do the walk around missions.
Yeah, we weren't gonna take
weren't-
shortcuts. We're doing all of them.
Yeah, we can't exclude those.
So there actually is an order. Two of them are very similar, but the worst one by far is Meridian Station.
Ugh.
Oh god.
I
So this is
hate
the fourth
walking over.
mission.
You have to walk around. You have to walk so far just to get to the area where you walk more.
I mean, there were some good ideas, like talking to people. Some of it was kind of cool, but Meridian didn't look that cool. A lot of it was boring.
Yeah, no.
You got to explore, which was kind of cool, but you couldn't. Your weapon was like forced down, and it was just kind of weird. And
I really wish it could have been called Massacre Station, and you could have just shot. Killed literally everyone there.
it's okay. Not by the worst mission.
I
by
mean,
far.
I remember going through and getting the mission intel on that. It was so boring.
Number 14 is Into the Storm, which is it's just another walk-around mission.
Yeah.
It's like number 13, which we'll go ahead and tell you is Alliance, because that's the only other walk-around mission. They're both on St. Helios. They're both talking to Palmer and Halsey. You both get to talk to other species, and it's just the same thing.
Yeah. And
There you go. But the only reason it's better is because you're on like St. Helios, which we've heard about since like the earlier Halo games. No one cared about Meridian.
Yeah.
But people cared about St. Helios because we've been speculating about that since like 2013, so that was cool.
Yeah. No. And speaking of Alliance, number 13 is Alliance, and
same stuff.
same stuff,
who
just
cares?
better.
Yeah. Okay. Number 12 is Evacuation, which is the mission where it tricks you into thinking you're gonna do a Warthog run, but you don't.
No.
But there is a small one at the beginning, which is kind of fun.
It's not.
There's one jump.
Yeah.
And there's a fun combat part at the beginning where you can get the Warthog over the Crash Pelican, which not supposed to be able to do, but everyone does it.
Yeah.
And then you're forced to fighting repetitive waves on an elevator until you evacuate the station, which at the end is kind of cool and everything's collapsing, but it doesn't make up for the mission that you just went through, which was not that fun.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not one of my favorites. When I was doing it, I thought it was kind of cool at the end when you're like jumping up the scaffolding and stuff. But
Yeah, that is cool, but there's also 2 achievements on that mission, so there you go. You have to. It's 18 minutes, I'm pretty sure, and then keep all the Marines alive.
that's just horrible. There was one in Halo 4 like that I never got.
Oh well.
Anyways, moving on to our number 11 spot, which is Osiris.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, there's all the beginning missions in Halo normally don't have a ton to them because you're, like, getting people
Like
into the
Dawn.
game, like Dawn. The Sierra 117 in Halo 3 was really good, though.
Yeah.
But everything in Halo 3 was, like, perfect, so you can't really compare it.
Yeah. You can.
But it's a super simple mission.
You just
there's
kind of.
not- Yeah.
There's
not
really
much to
not
it.
too much to it. Yeah, it's as you said, it was for beginners. It's kind of to get you into the mood of playing the whole game.
It had a really cool intro. The first like Halo intro cinematic, like action-wise, story-wise, a disaster. But it also had one of the worst cutscenes in the game. When
Yeah,
Joe Madonna
screw
dies.
that. That is so dumb. Why I wanted a boss fight that isn't that stupid. Freaking Didact's
We were
brother.
dreaming for years about the Arbiter and Joe Madama having like an energy sword fight. Crushed dreams. So yeah,
mean-
Osiris, not a lot to it,
I
but
mean, you can't just do that though. That's just dumb.
Yeah, they can. Number 10 is Swords of Helios,
Uh,
which is
This
I
does
don't-
not bring back good memories.
Yeah, it was there wasn't too much to it. There weren't really any memorable sections besides there was a cool mantis fight at the end,
Yeah, and
which there's an achievement for.
it's also one of the ones that kind of showed off the new mechanic of Spartan charging and like
Yeah.
ground pound and all that. There were a lot of walls to break through, and that
Yeah.
achievement doesn't work.
Yeah, well, you gotta redo it. But the mantis fight at the end is probably the best part, just because it's fun, and there's just lots of enemies to fight, and yeah, you got to work with the Covenant again, which you hadn't gotten to do since Halo 3, so it was cool.
And number 9 is Glassed, which is
Ooh.
when you're on Meridian Station. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool to like One thing I noticed about this mission is some detail that they did put into the game. When you walk up to the soldiers, they kind of talk about it, like stuff like that. Also, like the intel is kind of interesting on this mission, but
Yeah. You also get to drive a Scorpion, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, you just shoot stuff. You pretty much just do waves until you get to Meridian Station.
And the skull is really stupid.
Yeah, the skull is great. But again, there's not much to it. It just has a tank in it, which makes and a gun goose.
Oh yeah,
which is cool.
Can't forget about that gun goose.
Yeah, and it was still kind of getting you used to the game. So yeah, there you go. Number 8 is Reunion, which is when you're on Genesis, which you get to drive a Phaeton for the first time, which you don't like play multiplayer. Then that was awesome for you. It was awesome for all of us.
Yeah. Because I mean, I know I didn't get to use a Phaeton in multiplayer until like a week ago.
Yeah. But there was also a Warden fight, which okay. I mean,
it was the beginning of the end.
And this isn't even that like it's like a pretty like decent mission, but it's better than these others because you actually get to play as Master Chief.
Oh yeah.
So that just automatically makes it better.
Sadly.
Yeah, no.
That should be something you're looking forward to, is playing as Master Chief.
You get to play as Master Chief in Halo. Oh my god.
Wow.
But yeah, it's cool. The like scenery's cool of Genesis. That there's some fun parts where you get to kill stuff. You got to use Phaeton, which was awesome.
And it's a decent mission. It's kind of
it's fun.
It's right there in the middle.
Yeah. Number 7 is Battle of Sunayon, which is it's a fun mission.
It is. This is
it's a long mission. This was when they showed off initially at E3 2015, but it was insanely different. They like changed a whole bunch of stuff.
They did.
You got to work with the Arbiter again, which was awesome.
Yeah, I'm still disappointed you got to play as everyone but the Arbiter.
Yeah, but there were some like really fun combat parts with everything exploding, which was awesome. Yeah, explosions make everything better.
Yeah.
And there was a Warden fight at the end, which was like, I don't know, it felt better than all the Warden fights just because it was just better. Something about Sunayon.
I don't know about that, but I don't know why that is.
Yeah, something about like Sunayon on that whole mission. It's just cool.
And moving on to number 6 is the Breaking.
Oh boy.
And this is, I think, the first one where you see Cortini.
Yeah, you're talking to her. There's some, again, with Halo 5 story. Not the best story, but you do get information about the not great story in this mission. Yeah, it has Cortana. There's also a 3 Warden boss fight.
Yeah.
There you go. Again, you get to play as Blue Team. It also is just super simple, and there's like a part where like the Halo music cues up, and it's supposed to be all epic. It's not because it's Halo 5, but it tries to be, and A for effort.
Oh, that's cute. You tried to be an actual Halo game.
But yeah, the Breaking, it's and it was simple. You just fight.
On Legendary, it was horrible. But...
Yeah, no, you just go through waves of Forerunners and kill them all.
Which is always a blast.
Yeah.
And at number 5, we have Genesis.
Yeah, so this is a pretty notable mission for one part. A couple things, actually.
This is when you really, like...
This is a fun mission.
Yeah, no, that when you're sliding down the Guardian at the beginning, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Go to them for trying to do something different.
And then this is this is when it got to where I actually liked the campaign. Like, I would play the last couple missions again.
Yeah, this mission you should definitely do. This just happens to be the one we did on Score Attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's fun.
And you meet Exuberant Witness, and
who's awesome because she's just cool. Yeah, not a lot to it. You also get a Scorpion, tons of vehicles. You can get a Wraith, you can get Ghosts. It's just a fun vehicle section.
It is.
And there's a Warden fight that's pretty easy, and it's you just kill stuff like most missions. But this one there's lots of vehicles, which makes it better.
And at number 4, we have Blue Team, the second mission.
Yeah, that's when you finally get introduced to Blue Team after hearing about them. We were like, oh man, Halo 5, get to play as Blue Team. And it was a pretty fun mission.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I wish the whole game could have been like that, but... Of course.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Blue Team, they're great. I mean, okay, Halo 5 are not as great as they are, really, but... besides Halo 5, they're awesome. It has a fun, final fight at the very end where you're taking on waves, but it's I don't know, you're taking on Covenant, and they drop a bunch of cool weapons that you can use. and you get to fly banshees, which is cool.
That is pretty cool. When you're getting introduced to all the vehicles in the game and the mechanics.
It's kind of like a free roam section in a way, because it's like big and open in space, and you can fly around, and you don't have to do the objective. You can go around and kill stuff.
Like Halo 2. You don't have to do anything.
But again, you get to play as blue team, so makes it better.
And number 3 is Unconfirmed.
It's a fun mission.
I like it. You got to use Nornfang, which was cool.
Yeah. There's some stuff there about how that.
In the Pelican.
Yeah, in the Pelican. You're in like the mines of Meridian, and you're just fighting stuff. And then there's cool like combat part where there's like a bunch of ledges you can go to where they can kill you. There's like a bunch of hidden spots.
Yeah.
You find cool weapons. There's a gun goose that you can take with you, and it's just cool because it's like in a mine, and I guess just like the location's cool.
Yeah, and this is the very first Warden fight.
Oh man, and an awesome cutscene between Chief and Locke.
Yeah, that was I mean, I kind of wish you actually got to fight each other, with those guns you have, but I guess they weren't going.
Yeah, well, he didn't want to take lethal force. That's why he had the like armor shutter off her.
Well, that backfired.
Yeah, no, bad idea. But it's cool. It's a really fun mission. It felt more like a Halo mission, like kind of an old school Halo mission.
Yeah, and I mean, I was okay with the Warden fights then, but little did I know.
When there was one.
Moving on to our number 2 spot, enemy lines.
Yeah, this is they kind of sucks because they showed this mission off like a pretty decent amount, like maybe only like twice, but it was before Halo 5 came out, and they're like, hey, you're gonna fight this Kraken because it's like one of the only great missions in this game.
I enjoyed fighting the Kraken thing. I have yet to get the achievement where you have to go and not shoot the turrets and get on someone's phaeton.
Yeah, but obviously the Kraken. I mean, honestly, I don't remember the rest of the mission. You're on St. Helios like you're on a bunch of missions, killing stuff.
Yeah, and isn't that the one where you're like flying through and in a phaeton at the beginning?
Who cares? Because you get a phaeton and fight a Kraken.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, so anyways, that was an awesome fight. Hopefully we'll have something more like a Foreigner Scarab. That'd be cool.
Yeah, and it was also like it felt like your objective was like, I guess,
have fun.
It made sense, I guess. Like
it was like have fun while doing the objective, not do the objective.
Yeah, like the rest of the mission.
Rec packs. No.
Okay, and numero uno, number 1 is Guardians.
The last mission.
Oh man.
This is a long mission. Probably the longest mission.
It is. We could check the part times. Thanks.
Oh boy, we can do that now. Good job. But yeah, it's a long mission, and there's like tons of variety in it. There's a part where you're fighting on foot. Then there's a part where you can get lots of weapons or vehicles and take out all the different cores. Then there's a wave part at the end. There's like 3 different parts that are all different. That was
one of the few missions that you actually had to like use your mind to like.
Yeah.
You had to think ahead. You were like, I gotta make sure this mantis doesn't take too much damage, or else I'm completely screwed. When
and there were some parts that were pretty hard because there were like hunters guarding some of them.
Yeah. Because like if you lose all your health at on your mantis on like the first one, you're completely screwed. Because also they did a good job of making it to where you couldn't like cheaply shoot down them.
And it was cool because it didn't like make you do it a certain way. You could go in there with a sniper or a ghost or a mantis or a rocket launcher.
Yeah, and there wasn't a particular order. Or try and
just not fight them and just run.
It kind of reminded me of a mission from Halo 4. What is that mission called? Reclaimer. We have to take down those shields. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even do that. There was a cheap way to get through it. You could get out of ghosting pathway.
Yeah.
Pass through it. But anyways,
that had a cool ending. Yeah. With the cool cutscene that it was okay.
It was okay. Yeah,
anyways, the mission though was really fun.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play missions, play Guardians and Enemy Lines and Unconfirmed. Play those 3.
Those are pretty good missions.
Yeah. So those are all great. So yeah, those are our ranking of the Halo 5 missions.
If you disagreed, please leave a comment down below saying what your list would be.
And tell us your favorite mission, because we all want to know.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't actually heard like any people talk about that. So...
Yeah, because not a lot of people wanted to face up to the terrifying abomination that is this campaign.
Yeah, well...
I mean, it's not that bad, but like, it's still not Halo.
Guardians for the win. Not Halo 5 Guardians, the mission. Yeah, don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Thinking that Halo 5's, like
Good.
quality.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so yeah, tell us what your favorite mission is in the comments, and thanks for watching Majestic Gaming.